I'm excited to share the latest development in the story of Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you're new to this narrative, I invite you to explore our previous content to gain a deeper understanding of the complexities involved. For those who have been following along, you'll recall that the custody battle for Sheikh Hamdan's children, Shaika and Rashid, has been a point of contention. I'm pleased to report that a significant update has been made. Sheikh Hamdan has been granted custody of his children. This development marks a new chapter in his life as a father, and we'll be exploring the implications of this decision in today's video. The journey to this point has been long and arduous, with many twists and turns. As we examine the details of this custody battle, it's essential to consider the emotional toll it has taken on all parties involved. The well-being and best interests of the children have been at the forefront of this decision, and it's clear that Sheikh Hamdan is committed to providing a stable and loving environment for them. As we move forward, we'll be discussing the potential impact of this custody arrangement on Sheikh Hamdan's relationships and his role as a father. The story of Sheikh Hamdan and his family continues to unfold, and we'll be here to guide you through every step of the way. A new chapter has begun for Sheikh Hamdan's children, Shaika and Rashid, as they settle into life under their father's care. The household is now a blended family, with Sheikh Hamdan, his wife Shaika Thani, her children, and Shaika and Rashid all living together. This new family dynamic brings its own set of challenges and opportunities. As Sheikh Hamdan navigates his role as a father to all the children in the household, it's clear that building a harmonious and loving environment will be a priority. However, recent developments have added a layer of complexity to the situation. Unexpected events have unfolded, and the future of this blended family hangs in the balance. As we explore the details of what's been happening, it's clear that the story of Sheikh Hamdan and his family is far from over. The question on everyone's mind is, what's next for this family? Will they be able to find a sense of normalcy and happiness, or will the challenges they face tear them apart? As we continue to follow this story, one thing is certain: the journey of Sheikh Hamdan and his family will be filled with twists and turns. A pivotal moment has arisen in the dynamics of Sheikh Hamdan's household. Shaika Thani has made a surprising request, asking to take on a more significant role in raising Shaika and Rashid, Sheikh Hamdan's children. Her proposal is laced with emotion and promise, painting a picture of a loving and nurturing environment. However, given Shaika Thani's past actions, it's natural to question her true intentions. Those familiar with the situation can't help but wonder if there's more to her request than meets the eye. Is she genuinely interested in the well-being of Shaika and Rashid, or is there an ulterior motive at play? Sheikh Hamdan, wise and cautious as ever, hasn't rushed into a decision. Instead, he's taken his time, choosing to deliberate carefully before responding to Shaika Thani's proposal. His measured approach suggests that he's weighing the potential consequences of his decision, considering the impact on all parties involved. As Sheikh Hamdan navigates this complex situation, one thing is clear: his response will have far-reaching implications for the future of his children and the dynamics of his household. The question on everyone's mind is, what will he decide, and how will it affect the lives of those involved? The decision had been made, and Sheikh Hamdan's response was resolute. With a firm no, he dismissed Shaika Thani's request to take over the care of his children, Shaika and Rashid. His reasoning was clear: no one could replace their mother, Hadia, and he was determined to ensure their emotional well-being. However, Sheikh Hamdan's decision wasn't just a rejection, it was also a strategic move. Behind the scenes, he had been working on an alternative plan to provide the best possible care for his children. Without fanfare, he arranged for his second palace to be prepared as a new home for Shaika and Rashid. A carefully selected nanny, chosen for her expertise and compassion, was tasked with caring for the children in their new surroundings. This thoughtful gesture demonstrated Sheikh Hamdan's commitment to providing a nurturing environment for his children, one that would allow them to thrive and feel loved. By taking this step, Sheikh Hamdan aimed to create a sense of stability and security for Shaika and Rashid, shielding them from potential conflicts and allowing them to grow and develop in a peaceful atmosphere. The question now is, how will this new arrangement affect the children's lives, and what implications will it have for the relationships within the family? The stage was set for a new chapter in the lives of Shaika and Rashid. With meticulous planning, Sheikh Hamdan had orchestrated a significant change, one that would redefine the dynamics of his household. The time had come to inform Shaika Thani of the new arrangements. Sheikh Hamdan's message was clear and firm. Shaika and Rashid would be residing in the second palace, under the care of carefully selected nannies. Moreover, Shaika Thani would no longer have the freedom to visit or interfere with the children's lives. This decision marked a significant shift in the balance of power and influence within the household. As anticipated, Shaika Thani's reaction was one of outrage and frustration. However, Sheikh Hamdan remained resolute, unwilling to compromise on his vision for his children's well-being. By setting clear boundaries and prioritizing the needs of Shaika and Rashid, he demonstrated his commitment to their happiness, and the implications of this decision are far-reaching. By asserting his authority as a father, Sheikh Hamdan has sent a strong message about his priorities. The question now is, how will this new arrangement impact the relationships within the household, and what does it reveal about Sheikh Hamdan's character? A new chapter in Sheikh Hamdan's life was unfolding. With a sense of determination and purpose, he made his way to Shama's mansion, the woman who had been his rock through the ups and downs of his life. The atmosphere was filled with anticipation as Sheikh Hamdan prepared to discuss a pivotal moment in their relationship. As they sat together, Sheikh Hamdan broached the subject of marriage, his words filled with emotion and sincerity. He expressed his desire to take the next step in their journey together, to build a life filled with love, laughter, and adventure. Shama, with her calm and loving demeanor, responded with an openness that put Sheikh Hamdan at ease. However, Shama's practical side soon kicked in, and she began to ask the questions that would shape their future together. What arrangements would be made for Sheikh Hamdan's children? Where would they reside after the marriage? Sheikh Hamdan, anticipating these questions, had already given considerable thought to the details. With a sense of clarity and purpose, Sheikh Hamdan outlined his vision for their future. He had thoughtfully considered the needs of all parties involved, ensuring that their marriage would be built on a foundation of love, trust, and mutual understanding. The question now was, would Shama be convinced by his plans, and would their marriage become a reality? The proposal Sheikh Hamdan presented to Shama was nothing short of extraordinary. With a romantic gesture, he offered to transfer the ownership of his second palace to her name, creating a sanctuary where they could build a life together. This palace, where Shaika and Rashid would reside, would become their haven, a place where they could forge a new beginning. Sheikh Hamdan's vision was clear. He wanted Shama to be an integral part of the children's lives, to experience the joys and challenges of parenthood alongside him. He presented her with a choice, one that would determine the course of their future together. However, Sheikh Hamdan also acknowledged that Shama might prefer a different arrangement. In that case, he would provide her with a brand new palace, tailored to her desires, where she would be surrounded by the luxuries and comforts she deserved. Shama's response was unexpected yet heartwarming. She chose to live with the children, embracing the idea of building a life together with Shaika and Rashid. Her decision spoke volumes about her character, revealing a woman who valued family and connection above all else. As Sheikh Hamdan listened to Shama's words, he felt a deep sense of gratitude and love. He knew that he had found a true partner, one who would stand by him and his children through the ups and downs of life. The future looked bright, filled with promise and possibility, as they embarked on this new journey together. A sense of joy and anticipation filled the air as Sheikh Hamdan and Shama embarked on this new chapter in their lives. Sheikh Hamdan's heart swelled with happiness, knowing that Shama would be an integral part of his children's lives, providing them with the love and care they deserve. As the wedding preparations progressed, Shama radiated happiness, her days filled with excitement and anticipation. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the promise of a bright future. In a heartwarming turn of events, Sheikh Hamdan brought Shaika and Rashid to visit Shama's mansion, where they were welcomed with open arms. Shama's parents showered the children with love and affection, and the visit quickly turned into a joyful celebration. The highlight of the day was seeing the children play and laugh together, their smiles and giggles filling the air. As the evening drew to a close, Sheikh Hamdan sat down with Shama's father for a meaningful conversation. With honesty and respect, he shared his story, revealing the challenges he had faced and the pain he had endured. Shama's father listened intently, his expression a mix of understanding and curiosity. The conversation turned to the topic of Shaika Thani, and Shama's father asked questions that revealed his concern for Sheikh Hamdan's well-being and the well-being of his children. Sheikh Hamdan's responses were thoughtful and reassuring, demonstrating his commitment to creating a stable and loving environment for all. A surprising revelation shed new light on the dynamics between Sheikh Thani and Shama. They were cousins. This familial connection would serve as a foundation for harmony, minimizing the potential for conflict. Sheikh Hamdan's assurance that he would protect Shama at all costs further solidified her father's trust. The sincerity and conviction with which Sheikh Hamdan spoke won over Shama's father, who ultimately gave his blessing for the marriage. The entire family rallied behind the couple, embracing the union with enthusiasm. Shama, overjoyed at the prospect of building a life surrounded by love and children, was more than happy to embark on this new journey. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and anticipation as the family looked forward to the wedding. As the story of Sheikh Hamdan and his family continues to unfold, it's clear that this is a time of transformation and new beginnings. The decisions made now will shape the future, and the relationships within the family will be forever changed. The question is, what does the future hold for these characters, and how will their lives be impacted by the choices they've made? As we reflect on the latest developments in Sheikh Hamdan's life, it's clear that he's taking deliberate steps to create a brighter future for himself and those he cares about. By relocating his children to a more nurturing environment and preparing for a marriage built on mutual love and respect, Sheikh Hamdan is laying the groundwork for a happier, more fulfilling life. We hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into Sheikh Hamdan's world and the latest updates on his journey. If you found this video informative or engaging, we'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all our latest content. Your support means the world to us, and we're excited to share more stories and updates with you in the future. Until next time, thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more captivating content.